Hey guys, TimmyTechTV here again on day 3 of PAX 14. We're here at the gigantic event with Joe. Tell us a little bit about the studio and the game you guys are here showing.
Okay. Motiga, it's an independent developer in Bellevue, and so it's local to Seattle. And we are making a 5-on-5 team action game, somewhere in the middle of the world of shooters and action games. So third person and very action oriented.
What are some of the unique attributes of the game and the gameplay? How does it differ from the other P versus P out there?
P versus P. Like, one really big thing is there's a lot of verticality in our game. So where you might find, people might compare it to some other games that are MOBA-esque. And there's a lot less up and down game. You have to have a lot more awareness. So skills that can traverse that vertical space are pretty exciting. So they actually definitely make very action-y game, more action-y. Is action-y a word? I think it is. That's a pretty big draw. It's also all skill shots, so everything you do is based on whether or not you're good at shooting. Melees, talk to them, swing at them, right? Having both melee and range in a game, and having them still work, feel pretty good. It's a pretty interesting dynamic. Usually you get one or the other.
How long's the average game, and what are like some of the ways that the team wins?
Game lengths can vary quite a bit, but between 10 and 20 minutes is kind of our target. If you saw that last game, it was about 10 minutes, and we destroyed them. So there's a pretty high skill cap, so the range of possibilities is pretty high. We want to try and keep it in a 20-minute range. Matches might go a little longer, might be shorter, but we feel like that's a pretty good amount of time for a single match.
How are you going to rank players? Is it just going to be like a free-for-all? Is it going to be online?
It's ranked. It'll be skill-based. So, that stuff isn't really particularly specific yet. There's a lot of, you can tell when you play it. High skill cap players are really, really mean to people that aren't very good. It has some bad feels. So we definitely have to have a proper ranking system. We don't have that right now, but which means our matchmaking is pretty sad right now. So eventually it'll be matchmaking like you'd expect.
And I saw toward the end of your game there, your gigantic was just kicking the crap out of all of their pupils.
Sorry. I don't even know those guys, but I'm sorry to them.
So how does that work? How does the I guess it's an NPC, the gigantic, or is there actually a player that takes the Guardian? Yeah.
So we have a big boss monster that each team kind of controls, or doesn't control. They do things for you. They actually respawn you. That's like their whole thing is that they're doing a lot of stuff for you. So they're going to go and attack the other one when you power them up. Basically they get real excited. They stomp through the map, and then they knock the other guy on its butt. And when it's down, that's when you get to do damage to it. But you're not tough enough by yourself to go do damage by yourself. You have to power them up, get map control, get a lot of kills. And at that point, then you can deal damage.
Based in Bellevue, a little bit about, I guess, just the history of the studio that you know.
It's kind of a long history. The short history is that we have been making this game for roughly a year, a little over a year. The long history is that it was a mobile company that pivoted to be a PC game company. A lot of really awesome, really smart people, and I think when you play it, you can kind of see there's a lot of love in it. So, people that are pretty passionate about what they're doing. So,
I will say for a game that's only a year old, it looks pretty polished.
It's a little over the year, but yeah. But thanks. Yeah, we're pretty excited about making things the best they can be. So there are no classes. There are dudes that have different skills. Every single one of them is a different. It's like trying to jam a lot of different play styles together. So the character I was playing was a sniper from a first-person shooter. No questions. There's some characters you haven't seen that are basically a fighting game character. The way that they fight is like a fighting game. So the whole idea of building characters to fit not roles but play styles, things that people would like. Mm-hmm. Like maybe I'm not very good at shooting people, so I should have a character that shoots for me in some way. That's still interesting. That can still be balanced inside of that. So we do a lot of that. Like all the characters have they got a job, and the job is to satisfy that interest in playing a certain type of game, because there's no reason they have to be all separate. Like they're, it's all numbers at the end of the day. So you make those numbers work together, and it can be a lot of fun. So
that said, who's your favorite character right now?
Man, I like any character that gets under people's skin. So I was just playing the sniper.
Hey, I'll come with flash. Don't worry about flash.
The sniper is really mean. But I also really, really, really like playing the assassin. Hit and run, pushing people around, and not really being there when they're like, wait, what? Who? The hell? Like, I like that. I really like anytime that someone says, shit, the sniper, the rogue. I hate that guy. I like being that guy.
Yes, that's definitely snipers for most people, I think. It's like, where the?
Yeah.
Like, God damn it, somebody kill the sniper.
Wait, where's the sniper? You don't know who the sniper is? You should figure it out. Go find him.
So let's see. Where will we be able to find it and when?
It's a free-to-play game, so it'll be online. Sometime next year. We're in alpha right now, so there's no real dates for further. Like, we'll do a beta and we'll do more open admission to the game. But right now we're in alpha as of a few weeks ago. So
can they check it out right now on the
go
open alpha?
Open alpha, you can apply, and we're bringing people in consistently, but it's not open. You can just sign up and go. So sign up at gogigantic.com.
Cool. It's really all I can think of, I think. Thank you for your time, and this is Tim from TimmyTechTV signing off from PAX 14. I'm going to go get another beer. Suckers. See you later. So let's see. Now silly question time. What was your favorite board game as a kid?
Board game?
Or even, I guess, not as a kid.
Man, when I was little, Mousetrap was the coolest shit of all time. But, man, how often do you break that stuff? You break one little plastic peg and suddenly the net cage don't come down? Jerks. I think that was probably my favorite game. I was pretty excited about Hungry Hippos at one point. And that game kind of like the Crossfire, where the BBs that you'd get in your closet. Remember that game? Mm-hmm. Shoot them out of a little gun? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which you would probably never see today.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, shoot BBs.
Oh no, babies.
I know.
Yeah.
On my eye. No.
Babies and BBs don't mix.
Yeah. I would never let my 3-year-olds have that game. So what do you think of the event tonight so far? It's pretty cool that a local gaming company's throwing a PAX event. I mean,
true.
Let's adjust the. Yes,
You can do this.